What the heck is cognitive diversity and why do you want it? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 132 of our Supersize You annual challenge. This year we are doing one thing every day to become a better version of ourselves, to be a better human being. And today's topic rolls right into that. But when I first thought of it and wrote it down, I'm like, well, what a dumb way to describe something, cognitive diversity. Why don't we just say hook up or listen to every once in a while people that think differently than you do. Why do you want to do that? Number one, if you live in an echo chamber, and all of us have been in those situations sometimes. I've worked in businesses and companies where instead of telling me what they really thought, people would tell me, because I was the boss, what they thought I wanted to hear. And there's nothing worse in my mind than people that report to me telling me just what they think I want to hear. Because once I'm in an echo chamber, guess what happens? I get dumber. We get dumber and we stop thinking for ourselves and thinking about other possibilities, like we talked about yesterday, curiosity versus certainty. We need to make sure that we are exposing ourselves to different things so that we don't get in that, this is the way I've always done it, this is just the way I am thinking. Drives me up a wall. It's like nails on the chalkboard. That's kind of thinking. It also, if we don't listen to different points of view, if we don't get diverse experiences, backgrounds, opinions involved in it, it lessens our decision making, meaning we make worse decisions if we only have our tunnel vision point of view. Remember, each and every one of us only has our own experience to call upon unless we seek out and choose other sources of information, other perspectives, and other points of view. So how often do you do that? I try to do it consciously every day about little things here and there so it becomes an automatic behavior for me. So I don't just live in my own little echo chamber. How many people have we seen? And I bet if you think about this for a couple of minutes, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. People that surround themselves, famous people usually, to protect themselves. But then what they find is they've got all yes people surrounding them and taking care of them. And before you know it, they start to buy their own hype. They get more egotistical. They get more eccentric. They think that they can get away with whatever they want, whether it's right or wrong, because there's nobody telling them, hey, this is the line in the sand that we don't cross. Now, most people should know that line in the sand for themselves and not cross it. But there's peer pressure, there's influence of other people, there's influence of noise and sounds and things vying for our attention all the time. And it's easy to get off track. So I think that's one of the reasons I've always loved diversity. Now, diversity is all differences. It isn't just the color of your skin. It isn't just your gender. It's any human beings, because we are all unique and different in some ways. We're all alike in some ways, but we're also all unique and different and extremely special and gifted in our own ways. And so we want to seek out people who challenge our way of thinking, not cause fights with us, not, make us right or wrong or pit against one another, but because it helps us to grow. It helps us to see the possibilities that there is another way of thinking besides just my tunnel vision in a particular situation. It applies to my personal life as well as my professional life. Why? Because we all get into habits and routines of behaving, and we don't always have the mirror up to reflect back to us how we're actually impacting other human beings. I find that a lot with my family. Sometimes I'm triggering them. Sometimes I'm irritating them just by being and doing things the way I think are right, but they want to do it their own way. I hope that makes sense. So today we are going to seek out someone with a different opinion for something, for anything, and then share in the comments below one thing today that you discovered or learned or thought more deeply about. You don't have to change your mind or get in an argument or have a different opinion because you had this discussion with someone. Just open your mind to the possibility that everybody gets to live their own life. Everybody gets their own version of reality. Reality for you is only reality for you. Reality for me is only my reality. Reality for everybody else, the 8 billion people on the planet, is their reality too. And it's, if we try to change someone else's reality and they try to change ours, that's where arguments ensue. Sometimes people recommend, getting the opinion of the opposite political view, the opposite religious view, the opposite whatever view. But the truth is, when we do that, if we seek it out for personal growth and development, great. If we seek it out for ego building and boosting, whatever we look for, we find, right? Whatever we put into something, we get out. So if we put negative intent into something, we're going to get an argument or a bad situation or a bad experience out. We can argue with that all we want, but go back in your life, think of a couple of situations, and I bet you can find that to be true. I know I can in my life. So today, share in the comments below your cognitive diversity conversation or one thing that you learned from it. I'll have to find somebody who's not around me that thinks like me. Most of the people around me, not unfortunately, fortunately, because I love them, think like me. We all have ADHD brains and we all have different ways of viewing the world, but we tend to have certain core beliefs in common. Now, I say surround yourself with people that have similar core beliefs to you, and don't be so worried about all the other little things, because we all choose and pick what we want to pay attention to and what's important to us based on the experiences, the conversations, the books we've read, the shows we've watched, the people we've been around. That's the human nature. That's human condition. All right, that's it. If I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, I am busy launching my Supersize Your Business School platform community. So it's a community on the school platform. And so this is a busy week. I started it last October. I just never told anybody about it. I'm like, why have I not told anybody that I like and care about, work with, and respect about my community? Because I figured I had to figure it all out and have it all lined out before I shared it. And that was a big mistake. I mean, I could have had the people I love and care about back in October of last year already learning, growing, building, becoming a better version of themselves in their business 6 months ago, 8 months ago, right? All right. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.